Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Astha, and if you are my subscriber, thank you very much. But if you're new, please do consider subscribing. I make home and lifestyle related videos here on this channel. So as you can see in the title, today's video is about kids closet organization. I'm going to show you 5 simple steps in which you can organize any closet and maintain it. Closet is something that we use every day, even multiple times a day, and it can get a little difficult to organize it sometimes. The needs for the kids' closets are constantly changing. It could be because of the weather change or because they simply grew out of their clothes. Also, with kids, sometimes you end up buying a lot of things that they probably don't need. I know because it has happened to me. It's difficult to resist buying things for your kids, but it happens. A lot of times they get a lot of gifts from your loved ones, and there could be clothes that are bigger than their sizes and they still take up place in your closet. And depending on what you want to store in your kids' closets, the needs will be very different. Suppose if you are only storing clothes, it's going to be very different. If you're storing clothes, shoes, toys, art supply, etc., it's going to be very different. So I'm here to help you through this today. Let's organize.
So this is the closet where I store all of my daughter's clothes, accessories, blankets, sheets, dry sheets, diapers, etc. I had organized this closet a few months ago in the winters, but now we are in summers and this closet is clearly in the need of reorganization. First drawer here, which is actually at our eye level and very easy to use. We store all the clothes that have to be folded. So mostly there are her day wear, casual clothes basically, and also her sleep suits. Although it may look like it's all folded and kept, but it's all her night suits and actual day wear are all mixed up here. Some of the clothes are not folded well. Basically, this is what happens when you don't put things back in place. So we're gonna get around to this one. Here you can see there's her diaper bag, some training pants because we are trying to potty train her now, and some diaper packet, some blankets that we still have here, but I'm going to remove some of them because it's summer. She doesn't need that, though I will keep a lighter one probably because we will be using AC in a few months and she will need that. And in this drawer here, again, some dry sheets, some stuff from her old cot. This is like a, I don't know what this is. This is like a bumper. This is like a bumper for the cot that she had, but we don't use the cot anymore, so it needs to go. So basically earlier all these blanket, towels and sheets were in this drawer, and on the shelf above here were the winter wears. So now everything is like misplaced and not in the right places. So we are going to get all this organized and make it look all nice and pretty.
So step number 1 to any organization process is to declutter. Remove all unwanted things from your closet, things that your child doesn't fit into anymore or they're worn out, just need to go out. And by that, I don't mean that you need to throw away everything. Donate whatever you can, whatever is in a wearable condition. And if there is something of sentimental value, carefully pick the pieces that do actually mean something to you, and then keep them in a separate box or a storage bin and put them away. Avoid them in front of your eyes all the time because it will lead to unnecessary visual clutter. Also, remove some miscellaneous items that are randomly lying around the closet that do not belong there. Just remove them and put them in the right places. So, and after that, whatever you're left with in your closet is actually what you need to organize. And I'm sure it will be a lot less than what it was to begin with. So next time you find yourself stressed for no apparent reason, try decluttering. And I'm telling you this from my own personal experience. Every time I declutter any space, I feel so good, like there's a sense of calm and satisfaction within. The second step is to categorize. Group all the similar things together. For example, group all the night suits together, group all the day wears together, and all the evening wear, evening or special occasion things together, or Indian wear together. And then within those groups, further group them into smaller categories like all the t-shirts together, all the bottoms together, and so on. Once you've categorized, Look at your wardrobe and plan where you need to keep which category. Whatever clothes that you use more frequently should be at your eye level. Now the third step to this process is hang your clothes.
Hang as many clothes as you can, but give priority to fabrics that crease easily and styles that are bulky in nature, such as dresses and jackets.
Now the fourth step is to use the file system for clothes that need to be folded. Using a file system to fold your clothes saves you a lot of space and it makes it so easy to find what you're looking for. The kids' clothes are made of single jersey or knitted fabrics and can be easily folded without worrying about creases.
Here I'm following a KonMari method of folding the clothes. Lay the garment flat in front of you, fold in one side with the sleeves flat, fold back the sleeves. Now fold the garment to about 3/4 length, fold in half and then fold again so that it stands upright. For smaller garments, you can even fold only twice, just like I'm showing here. Fold the bottoms in the same way.
Now the fifth and final step to this process is to avoid visual clutter. Now what that means is when you look at your closet, do you see a lot of different colors or a lot of different shapes and sizes just randomly put and certain miscellaneous items stacked on top of each other? So even though if your closet is organized and neatly kept, it can still look like a clutter because
You can avoid visual clutter by using same color hangers, color blocking your clothes and arranging them in a way that there is a gradation from light to dark. Also, storing certain miscellaneous things inside the bins or baskets can give a very neat look to your closet. I bought these storage bins from Amazon to store things like towels, bed sheets and dry sheets. They are a perfect size and they came in a pack of 6. They're quite affordable and look pretty nice. I will share the product link in the description box. You can check it out.
Okay guys, so this step is completely optional, but I just really wanted to do it. So I had these chalkboard labels with me already. So I went ahead and made labels for these bins here so that it looks nicer and it's easier to remember what goes where. Even if somebody else is doing it, they also know it, where to put everything, and they also look cuter.
I got these labels from Amazon. These are called chalkboard labels and I got them sometime back, so I don't know if the same thing is available. They came in a set of I don't know, 5 to 6 designs, I think. So this is how the label looks. The pen I used is a permanent chalk marker. There are many options online on Amazon, you can check.
Alright guys, so I finished categorizing all the clothes. I folded them all and put them color coordinated as much as I could. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a quick wipe, and then I'm gonna put all the clothes back in, and then I will show you the final result. So one thing I tried to do was like group them with color. So I have, as you can see, like I have the purples together, you know, these multicolors together, the pinks together, the beiges together. But what I have also done is that categorize them according to the type of clothing. So here, first thing that you see are the casual t-shirts and skirt top sets, and then right here what you see are all her dresses for the daytime. These are all her party wear dresses, and right in the end here are 3 of her ethnic wear dresses. Also, one very cute thing that I felt I did was make this accessory box for her. So this box she already had, like it was a gift, and it was just lying around. So I kept all her accessories in this, like there are glasses, and there's her watch, there's a case for the glasses, these are the cases for like the covers for the glasses. This is like a little crown that she uses like when she's like playing princess. Then some more like these are like those foot slip-ons, like no shoe slip-on kind of thing, like a cute little accessory she can wear on her feet. I got it once for a photo shoot that I was doing for her. So I just kept it there. So I think this looks really cute. And in this box here, as you saw, it has all her hair accessories like clips and rubber bands, and like this has like all the basic clips. This has more fancier clips, bigger ones, and this has like the rubber bands. So down here I have these bins. I've labeled them. So the first one has blankets and her top sheets. The second one has towels and dry sheets. So this bag here, as you can see, this has her art supply. Basically, I know she's very young for art things right now, but my daughter has been loving, you know, drawing, scribbling and painting since she was, I think, you know, just above 1 year old or something. So she really likes painting and she can spend hours on it. So but this is something that I give her when I'm only, you know, when I'm supervising her. So I don't want her to just pick it up and, you know, use on her own. So I've kept it inside this closet. So, and whenever I want to give her, I'll take it out and give it to her. These are some of her colors that she uses. These are like silk crayons. These are some finger painting prints that came in the activity box. This is a new one she really likes. This is like a cake watercolor set. It's very easy, less messier than, you know, any other like those bottle colors that we use. Because you don't have to mix a lot of water, and I just spray some water and then she can use it with the brush. She has a little mixing palette right here. This one here has some of the colored pens that she uses for scribbling. There's her sketchbooks and some more random notebooks that she uses to scribble on. There's another thing here. This is like a bubble camera. So once you press it, the bubbles come out. So this, and there's a refill for the bubble water here. A big bag because she uses it a lot. So these are the things that I don't want her, you know, picking up herself and then using it. I want to supervise when she's using these, so I keep it inside. These are just her towels and dry sheets. These are the blankets and the top sheets. Down here she has like her hair accessories again, like bows and hairbands and stuff. Here she has some stockings and some underpants. Here she has some napkins, babe, socks, mask, very important these days, and some extra diapers here. On these top bins, here I have some, these are called Einstein boxes. They are like activity boxes for different age groups. The other one has some extra toys which she's currently not using, so I just want to keep them away and then I'll probably take them after a few days. This one again has some more extra packets of diapers that we keep in the house. This is the drawer that is most frequently used, because it has all her night suits and day wear, casual wear that she wears on everyday basis, denims and stuff. I labeled these rows here also so that we know where to keep them back next time. So I just put some scotch tape and wrote it with a permanent marker and stuck them here. These are the most used clothes these days, because obviously because of the pandemic we don't go out so much, so she's pretty much in these clothes like almost every day. So this had to be on this upper drawer because it's like easy to access and use everything.
Arya's shoes are not kept in the main closet, they are in the small drawer next to it.
Alright guys, so this was it for today's video. I am very happy with the way her closet has turned out, and I hope you liked it too. If you did, please like, share, comment. Do not forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified when I post my next video. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'll see you in my next video very soon. Till then, bye bye.